Yo, what is up, guys? It's SKFC back here with another video. Today, we are going to be talking about the game that just happened between Barcelona and Las Palmas. And surprisingly, Las Palmas actually ended up with the victory today. The first time they've beaten Barcelona um, in the Camp Nou since 1971. Um, and I wanted to more so talk about what this result really means for Barcelona's La Liga season, as well as kind of how this game went. I mostly caught the second half, but a lot of what it was just Las Palmas being defensively disciplined, um, leaving as little space as possible, and essentially just riding out the Barcelona wave. I mean, you kind of also see here when you look at the momentum. Apologize for the cough. When you look at the momentum, it was mostly all Barcelona, which is obvious. You know, they are the better team. They are the team that are first on the table right now. You can also see it through the expected goals, 2.37 to zero point 0.5 in Barcelona's favor. But I do think kind of where Barcelona having an issue was, despite the fact that the XG is so high, I think it's also important to note that 2.37 from 27 shots is not particularly good reading, just because it means that when you look at the actual XG per shot, which I'm a bit too lazy to do the math right now, it would be at just under zero point 0.1 per shot. So that means that they're not really netting any particularly good chances, even though they are taking a lot of shots. And this is also noted in the fact that they only had one big chance given the amount of shots that they had. So they weren't really able to penetrate Las Palmas' defense as much as they would have liked. Even when I'm just like looking through the lineup, yeah, Torre was not particularly good today. So much so that he had to be hooked at halftime for uh, Yamal, and the same thing kind of goes for Lopez as well. I thought that in terms of the Las Palmas players, I really wanted to give a shout out to Munoz because his pass in for the second goal that they scored between um, on Barcelona, like to Silva, was incredible. It was like really crisp, really line breaking. Um, and you can see here Balde also came off injured, so that was an important threat for Barcelona in terms of their overlap. Just go on, you can kind of see that because I think they had brought in Torre for what's his face, Ferran Torres, and Ferran Torres was just doing a lot of cross and Inshallah by himself because he didn't really have anyone to overlap with him. So it kind of made Barcelona limited in terms of how dynamic their attack could be on all three sides of the field. Um, so Lewandowski didn't really get a lot of opportunities today. He only had four shots, and he only had an expected goal of like 0.59. So that means that again, he wasn't really getting good quality opportunities to score, and that's kind of just noted in the fact that obviously, like I said, he didn't really look to be that dangerous at all. But kind of going beyond the context of this game, as you can see here on the little insight here as well. Barcelona have this is the first time they have not lost, but been winless in three La Liga matches since what's his face, Ronald Koeman was here. So yeah, obviously they lost today. They inexplicably drew with Celta Vigo last week, and they lost to Real Sociedad about 2 weeks ago, or I guess 3 weeks ago, if you include the international break. And I think that the thing to really take note of is that high line is obviously going to be something that they're going to persist with doing, but it's really important that their defenders are able to defend their matchups 1v1. Because even the first goal that Las Palmas scored with Sandro Ramirez, like it wasn't even particularly that they really did anything particularly wrong. It's just that Sandro Martinez took a shot from like outside the box, and Pena should have done better on that shot, but he didn't, and he ended up scoring. So these are kind of just the things that you have to worry about, especially if you're trying to play such a high line and still be defensively resolute and still being able to, you know, properly deal with deal with the attackers of other teams. So I think now, kind of what is important to note is that now they're only 4 points ahead of Madrid in the La Liga table, only 5 points ahead of Atletico as well, and Atletico have a game in hand. So, and Madrid have 2 games in hand. So, potentially, if Madrid win their 2 games in hand, they'll overtake them on the table. If Atletico wins their game in hand, then they can also start putting pressure on them. So, it's very just interesting to note because, given a couple of weeks ago after they had beaten Madrid 4-0, people were saying that the title race was done and dusted. So, it just kind of shows just why you shouldn't be making all out absolute predictions in this sport. But yeah, this is my quick little video for today, just to go over what's just going on with this game. And if you made it this far into the video, please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. And remember to have a good day.